All right, guys, we're back for another Dokkan Battle video. So there's been a lot going on, very busy. We did get the official countdown. Remember, we were thinking that this was the countdown to the countdown, but I mean, this is actually like the countdown. We're in the countdown, right? Been pumping out videos. You know, there are some L's here, some unfortunate things, right? The link level events costing 20 plus keys on a key that, you know, has been around for like 7 years or 6 years, something like that, and I've only got 500 of them, and the runs cost 20 keys. It's insane. Obviously, the, you know, equips being tied to this banner are ludicrous. I do really like this. Now, quickly, I just want to throw this in at the start of some video. I'll talk about this more. I see people very concerned that the memorial stones are not seemingly here in the celebration. If they were going to be, I think they would have already announced the end date of the calculation period. That, remember, that where you would get one stone per 50 like stones you've used over the last year. I suspect that that is still going to be a thing, but it'll be in pretty much the same time frame as it was before, but they've just moved the Tanabata celebration to where the old worldwide download celebration was, right? So I just think that that will be there. I don't think that they canceled that. I think it's just going to be for the Tanabata celebration at the end of August is currently what I'm thinking. Okay, so we're looking here at the Global Dragonstone 2025 collecting campaign. I think that this is awesome. This is probably one of the better things Dokkan's done in a while. You're able to essentially pick out 5 characters for free. And, I mean, if we take a look at this here, we could use the treasure item to recruit a character, you know, a Dokkan Fest or Yellow Coin LR from the 1st anniversary up to the 5th anniversary, right? So it's just a huge, huge amount of characters that we're going to be able to look at right here. I wish that they would just show them in the news, but for whatever reason, they don't do that. So I think what I'm going to do with this is we'll do a video here, and I'll talk about which characters I think maybe you guys should target. You will be able to get 5 in total, right? So we will be able to pick 5 characters from this list. Let me just kind of like show that, right? So we get 10 from the initial login, we get 30 from missions during the countdown campaign, and then we can get 60 from once the Global Dokkan celebration actually starts itself. So we'll be able to get, again, a grand total of 5 characters. So this is awesome, right? Many of these characters have also not been on banners for, I mean, like, Physical Omega was just a random example I picked earlier, and he has not been on a banner for 5 years, like a real banner, a new unit banner. Int Gogeta's banner was the last new unit banner Physical Omega was on. So let's just like quickly kind of go through the list. Yeah, okay, I was like, wait a minute, you can only buy one of these, but it's as they get older, you can get more copies of them. Okay, because I was going to say, I did actually grab 2 characters. I grabbed the 3rd anniversary LRs, because the 3rd and 4th anniversary LRs have become essentially the rarest characters in the game. For whatever reason, they've just been on, like, no banners whatsoever for years. At least all these other Dokkan Fest TWRs that also aren't usually on banners anymore, like, they're available, you know, during the Worldwide Download Celebration, you know, with the Memorial Stones and, you know, occasionally on, like, the New Year's banner and stuff like that. Like, there's spots you could pick them up if you really wanted to target them. But, like, these characters, the 3rd and 4th anniversary Dokkan Fest LRs, just like pretty much haven't been available, period, besides, you know, like the blue stone type things you could buy and stuff like that. So there's them, 3rd anniversary LRs who I picked. And again, this is all the Dokkan Fest exclusives from the 5th anniversary all the way to the very start of the game in order, all the way back to Broly, which is so good. And then for Yellow Coin LRs, it's, you know, 5th anniversary Rose and Broly-chan Limo, and it goes all the way back to the 1st in Super Saiyan 2 Gohan. Now, the first thing I would say is I would heavily encourage you guys to avoid getting the Yellow Coin LRs if you can. I mean, if you say, I've been playing since 1957 and I've never gotten LR Goku Black and Zamasu, then like, okay, sure, man, whatever, I guess go for him, right? But my point is that these guys are on all these Carnival banners and Yellow Coin LR banners. Like, you know, you can get them. Whereas, like, a lot of the Dokkan Fest exclusives, a lot of these guys, it is much less frequent that you even have an opportunity to get them, right? Like, a lot of these guys are very, very rare characters. So when it comes to who you should pick, I mean, I do think we should maybe discuss. So in Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, who I think could EZA in this celebration, seems like the Global Dokkan celebration is going to be Daima. I think in Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, we could see him EZA. He's not available because he's a post 5th anniversary Dokkan Fest exclusive, right? But two major characters who I think their Super EZA is on the table and very likely for the celebration. If it is Daima. It's not 100% confirmed, but seems like it's going to be Daima. I think that these guys right here, the Super Saiyan 4 Goku and Vegeta, you know, these guys could Super EZA, and they could be absolutely, like, game-changing and massive. You know, great 8 power, big-time buffs, right? Like, these guys, I think, could be really kick-ass. And I think that their Super EZA... it's not like, you know, like, oh, they could or something like that. Like, you know, it's not like Daima. They dropped like a Daima celebration and it's like, all right, we've got these Daima EZA characters lined up or something like that, right? Obviously not. So it's like the loose ties they could do for Daima would be Buu Saga stuff, because it is a direct sequel to the Buu Saga and there's so many references to Buu Saga and like characters and stuff like that. So it'd be like Buu Saga stuff or GT stuff is kind of what they could do to kind of connect it, right? So I think that these guys would be like prime candidates. There are some characters like this guy. I know how popular this guy was back in the day. He was so good. And I mean, who knows, you know, his Super EZA could be really crazy. But for some of these guys like him, there is a more grand unit that is on the horizon for this guy, and that's LR Final Form Cooler, who could EZA. Another one, right, actually here, is Metal Cooler, right here. Metal Cooler, kind of the same thing. I mean, this guy could get a good Super EZA, but Carnival Metal Cooler, his EZA, is also on the horizon. We could even potentially say the same thing with Golden Frieza, although these, like, super defense-oriented Golden Friezas, I mean, there'd be nothing from stopping you from running multiple of them on the team. But, like, this guy, also LR Golden Frieza, could be coming up on an EZA. So, like, you know, the Tech Golden Frieza, if we look at this, these characters down here who have not Super EZA'd yet, so, yeah, Tech Golden Frieza. Broly, huh? Physical Broly has not Super EZA'd. That's interesting. He's a stacker, too. Physical Broly. This guy, potentially, he could be very, very interesting when it comes to, potentially, Festival of Battles, right? Broly, huh? Very, very, very interesting, this Broly. Alright, let's keep looking what else we've got here. Just trying to find options. So STR Omega, his Super EZA could be coming. Yeah, I guess during the Global Dokkan celebration, I mean, if we're going to have like these tie-ins with GT, that could be the case. There is the Carnival LR Omega Shenron, but, I mean, he cannot EZA, I mean, as far as Dokkan has ever shown us, like his EZA wouldn't come until next year, right? Again, so far, it's like basically 3 years from when the character comes out, like that, you know, we potentially could start to see them EZA. And so far, they've pretty much always started with the anniversary characters from the year EZAing first, and then from that point on, we could see the rest of the characters of the year EZA, right? So, you know, we saw the 7th anniversary Part 2 LR's EZA, then the Part 1 LR's EZA'd, And then immediately they jumped all the way down to October of 2022 and EZ8 Pat the Power Kid Goku, right? So it's like Carnival Omega, we could see EZ as early as next year, but who knows when it would be. These guys are always great picks. The chances that Vegito Blue and AGL Rose are good, like really good on Super EZ8, I think are like better than a lot of characters. Dokkan, sometimes I feel like Dokkan is sick of characters when it comes to like EZAs and stuff like that, and they're just like, yeah, we're not doing that again. Kale and Khalifa to me are the prime example of that, where it truly to me just felt like they said, no, we're not doing this again. Tech Gohan to an extent, they did not make Tech Ultimate Gohan, you know, the absolute lord of the game again or something like that. He's pretty good. I mean, he did not get the same type of EZA that Kale and Khalifa got fucked, man. Like, they have, I think, probably one of the worst EZAs ever, Kale and Khalifa. They're really bad. Cell, Zamasu. I'm just trying to point out, so these guys we talked about, point out potential really good Super EZAs. Once we get to some of these characters, who knows? I mean, could that Gogeta be crazy? Maybe. Janemba could potentially be really good, although Janemba is a dodge character, so hopefully Janemba would come out in a time where dodge canceling is not as prevalent. Super 17 maybe could be good, but I mean, he does have LR Super 17, who is a 2021 premium release, who has not yet gotten an EZA, right? So wouldn't really overly recommend that. Man, I don't know. I mean, how soon could we think that category leaders would start to Super EZA? This guy would certainly be a very interesting one. But, I mean, it's like we're definitely going to get the regular EZA, I think, for Int Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta first. So, like, he should be good. Now, remember, both Int Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta and Tech Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta do have the battle motion, too, which will make them feel a little bit more fresh. I did a video on Int Gogeta yesterday for that very reason, right? Once we get up into some of these, like, remember, too, if there's, you know, maybe you've never pulled Jiren. You know, Jiren is just a character who's evaded you forever. You don't want to grab him? Like, of course. I saw a lot of people today who go, oh my god, I was never able to pull, like, physical Super Vegito. And, like, finally they were able to get him and stuff. So, I mean, again, the countdown seems like there's some misses in here. But I do think that this is a pretty substantial W. Most of these characters up here, I don't know that I'd really recommend. I mean, I talked about it at length, but the 3rd and 4th anniversary LRs have just been seemingly just kept in limbo for a long time at this point. So I don't know when they're going to bring these guys back. I've got no clue. And that's pretty much it. I don't think, like, once we start getting real close to 5th anniversary, I don't know if I'd really recommend grabbing them. I mean, if you're an Iron Cane type player where you're brand new and, you know, you want to get characters, I mean, crazy that these guys are 5 years old and they have some of the best animations in the game still, but, I mean, right? Like, it's, unless you're, you know, really looking to get your first copy of LR Blue Gogeta right here, I feel like more towards the bottom of the list, believe it or not, is actually characters that could help you sooner rather than later. Like these guys, right, could probably help soon. The 2nd anniversary Super Saiyan 4s could probably help soon. So if we're talking about in terms of strength, like, you know, that could be used sometime soon, those would be characters. And I think like a full Super Saiyan 4 Grid Ape team, you know, Giant Ape Power team is going to be so damn fun. And I think this celebration could make it a real possibility. So let me know what you guys think. You know, again, feel free to pick. Remember, you guys get 5 picks in total, which is a lot, right? Like, so you can grab 5 of these. So, you know, there's a lot of older characters that players will be able to pick up, which is awesome. So let me know what you guys think, and I'll catch you guys next time.